A few days ago, I uploaded a poll on my YouTube community tab informing you guys that I will start a debunking series and asking you to choose between common cold and meningitis. Everyone can see the result here now, Abi. So in the spirit of fairness, democracy, let's start with common cold myth busting. Meningitis is next. I'm sure you've heard this saying before that common sense is not common. However, for common cold, it's literally common and it makes sense why it has that name. Everybody has had common cold. It's not once, twice. I don't think anybody can keep count. But I am here to debunk 3 common causes of common cold. And this is very popular across everybody, even some health workers too. So usually the 3 commonest causes or the popular causes of common cold. Number 1, the cold weather. Number 2, cold drinks. And number 3, air conditioners or even fans. I am here to tell you that if you believe that either 1, 2, or all of them are responsible for this, you are actually not correct. Yes, but at the same time, there are reasons to why people believe that these are responsible for it. I'm here to show you why you should stop believing so, and also help you to also see why you commonly believe so. There are actually some correlations between them. So I am Dr. Tabat. If you're new to this channel, I hope that through this video you'll find reasons to subscribe if you're here to subscribe. But irrespective of it, please give this video a thumbs up as it goes a long way for me. So let's dive. Now a brief lecture. For you to understand, fully why these 3 popular causes of common cold are wrong, I'll need to digress a bit to give you a brief tutorial on the real cause, singular cause of the flu or common cold. So please bear with me for just a few seconds. Thanks. The common cold is usually viral in origin. That means viruses cause common cold. And there are over 200 viruses that have been associated with common cold. But the commonest cause is the rhinovirus. The symptoms are much. Sometimes the symptoms are even similar to malaria. And people still don't feel bad for you because the illness is not as serious as malaria. Literally, it's not. Malaria can kill you. And it's usually gotten via contact with infected people. That means that they carry those pathogens and they distribute them when they cough or sneeze. And many times again, their hands could carry the viruses. And when you shake hands or touch things that they have touched, you likely get it. I'm sure COVID has taught us a lot about how these diseases are being transmitted. The first of the 3 culprits is cold weather. And yes, you notice that people usually come down with the flu more commonly during cold seasons, as either during winter or harmattan, where I come from, or during rainy seasons too. And it's easy for you to blame the season or the weather, but rhinoviruses occur throughout the year. And why it seems people come down with common cold more often during the cold seasons because people tend to be more indoor and closer to each other. And so it's easy for the disease to spread faster because there are higher chances of contact being made. And another thing is that viruses tend to thrive better in low humidity. So they might stay longer compared to seasons that have higher temperature. But this season, cold seasons, do not cause common cold on their own. They are innocent. Please. I hope this has been debunked. Culprit number 2, cold drinks. Some people notice that, especially when they are down with flu, when they take cold drinks, they tend to cough more often and usually might seem more violent compared to the cough they experience before taking the drinks. But it has nothing to do with the drinks. The drinks do not cause that. Some people, I can't count how many patients have come to meet me to tell me they're down with the flu because they've been taking cold drinks. No, it has nothing to do with that. The simple explanation for that is that even without being infected or having the flu or common cold, when you take very cold drinks, they tend to irritate your respiratory linings and that can cause you to cough profusely. But it's just momentarily. Now imagine that with a background irritation caused by the virus. So you thinking that the cold drinks are the ones that have caused you to have common cold, it's not true. Yeah, at the same time, you might cough profusely, have some form of irritations, but that drink or those drinks are not the cause of that. You might have been infected prior to that, and usually it takes about a few days, 2 to 3 days after infection or exposure to the pathogen to become symptomatic or have the symptoms. So I hope you get it. And the last one is the air conditioner or even fan, depending on which one you use. As earlier said, AC does not cause you to have common cold. However, I know that many people tend to have some forms of respiratory irritation, nasal, or even throat irritations when exposed to the AC. But that is entirely different. Many times the cause of that is poorly maintained units. Maybe there are some pathogens that are already there. Also, sometimes the house, if it's poorly ventilated and carrying some pathogens and allergens such as dust, fibers, and mites, it might cause the irritation on its own, but that doesn't cause common cold. The AC is innocent. Please, AC's lives matter. So, ladies and gentlemen, stop blaming these three innocent things as the reason for common cold. Here's your culprit, and please spread the word. I hope you've learned something, and please understand that common cold, especially for healthy adults, usually resolves on its own without even medical interventions. And because it's viral, antibiotics do not work for it. You're just abusing antibiotics, and that can lead to antibiotic resistance. I've talked about that in one of my videos about bad drug habits. The link is in the description box. You can watch that one. It will further educate you on some of the bad antibiotics practices we have. So what do you think about the video? I hope this has helped you. If you did, as earlier said, give it a thumbs up, and I hope it has convinced you enough to subscribe if you are yet to subscribe. Thank you, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.